Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Spotlight, where United have beaten Bilbao 3-0 away from home in the Europa League semi-final. Nobody, I don't think there was any Man United fans out there who thought we were coming away from that game 3-0 up. There might have been some confident of a 2-1, a 1-1. I personally predicted a draw or a 1-0 loss, and we take it back to Old Trafford and win. But to get out of there 3-0 up is just unbelievable for this Man United team, innit? I mean, some people say things went our way with penalties, red cards and all that lot. For me, it's a penalty. He pulls him back. I was a centre-back, used to do it all the time. You get hold of someone's shoulder. 9 times out of 10, you get away with it. And the one time they'll give a penalty. If it's against you, you don't like it. But the fact is, it's a penalty. Red card, probably quite harsh, but he is also stopping a goal-scoring opportunity. So really, there's no argument there. And Bruno steps up, and I've slagged Bruno off like mad on this channel, but the guy just consistently scores, doesn't he? I mean, that is the one thing you can't take it away from him. He is incredible at penalties as well. There's just no doubt in my mind when Bruno steps up to take a penalty, he's going to score. He's got to be one of the best penalty takers in the world. There's no doubt about it. I never, ever doubt Bruno when he steps up to take a penalty. Absolutely cool as a cucumber, rolls it in the bottom corner, and we're laughing all the way back to Bilbao. Get in, boys. Yes. I mean, Harry Maguire turned into Yamal on the wing. What's going on? I'll take you on once. I'll take you on twice. I'll take you on 3 times. And he slings the ball in and we score. What is going on? This is the morning, the day after, and I'm still buzzing about it. As United fans, you all know, we do not get days like that very often, where things go our way, we're on top, we look like scoring, we're making the opposition capitulate in front of us. Normally, it's the other way round. Normally, it's us who everything goes against us. We're crap. The other team make us look horrendous. But for once, I can't remember the last time we did this. Made the other team have a meltdown. Like, it's just something it's just great to watch. It reminds me of the good old days where we used to go to places and the teams had shat the pants before we'd got on the pitch and we'd just demolish them. But it's a one-off game, obviously, and we shouldn't lose now in the other semi at Old Trafford. 3-0 up at home. Shut up shop. Don't concede early and just wear the game out. Looks like Spurs in the final. I think it's 3-1 Spurs, and I think they've got to go to Bodo, so it's not fully over there because we know what Spurs are like. Spursy, anything could happen. But it's looking like a United Spurs final. And just to bring things down to reality a little bit, is it shows how poor the Europa League is, right? We're 14th in the Premier League. Spurs are 16th in the Premier League and we'll walk into the final, both of us. And I've said this loads of times on the channel before, you need to be very careful about buying players from these teams in Europe that look good at these clubs because the standard is rubbish. We haven't lost for 15 games in the Europa League. We can't win a game if someone had a frigging gun to our head in the Premier League. You know what I mean? The standard is on the floor in the Europa League. It is dreadful. And it shows how bad La Liga and that are. If they're 4th and have only lost 5 games and conceded 10 goals all season, it shows how bad below Barca, Real Madrid and Atletico, how bad La Liga really is. Because Sociedad were absolutely garbage and Bilbao were garbage last night. Yes, then was it Nico or the other Williams should have scored that header to put us one behind, and then it's probably a totally different game if we go a goal behind. But it is what it is. They miss their chances. We miss all sorts of chances all the time. So football's a game about taking chances, isn't it? We all know that. And again, like I say, the standard is poor, so you expect them to miss chances. And that is the way it is, I'm afraid. Like, the standard of the Europa League without Champions League teams falling into it is abysmal. And I wanted to make it just on the Champions League. If we're in it next year, I'd expect us to finish outside that top 8 and get into the knockout stages, because on the Champions League, when the players say they want to play in the Champions League and so scored so many goals in the Champions League, you have to remember that there's a lot of crap teams in the Champions League as well. Not every game is like the ones that have been this week with PSG and Inter and Barca and Real Madrid and Arsenal and teams like that. Really, the Champions League comes into its own in the knockout stage. The group stage and the league stage is still full of crap. Like, teams from all over Europe who are winning minor leagues. I can guarantee if you put Everton or Crystal Palace in some of them leagues, they'd win it every year without fail. And they're finishing 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th in the Premier League. And these teams are getting in the Champions League and the Europa League. The standard is rubbish. Ruben Amorim said it himself. The reason why we can compete in the Europa League is because the standard is poor and we can compete physically against these teams and technically, but in the Premier League, we haven't got the physicality or the technical ability or the running power to beat the lower sides in the Premier League. And I just wanted to say that on a buzz note, that the standard is clearly on the floor in the Europa League. It is a really, really poor competition if us and Spurs are getting to the final. But a few players to call out, and the whole video's noted up as Casemiro, and I've not even talked about him yet because I was buzzing about us actually winning. But Casemiro, I've mentioned him in some previous videos before. He's having a redemption arc at United. He was outed, sat on the bench for 8-10 weeks in a row, couldn't get a game. He come back after Christmas, and he's played in most games and been one of our best players in all of them. It's not just last night. He is coming, he's staying on the pitch, and Agate's the one who's getting hooked all the time. People say it's to keep Agate fit for other games, but surely Agate can play 90 minutes and Casemiro be the one who gets taken off and rested, not the other way round. I think Amorim knows that Casemiro is his best midfielder. And Agate in last night's game, for the first half an hour, looked like he'd never played football before. He was absolutely abysmal. He must have lost the ball 10, 11 times. Couldn't control it. Caught in possession. Ball stuck under his feet. Passing dreadful. And I've talked about Agate in length on a lot of other videos of how I don't think he is good enough to take us back to the top 4 in the Premier League. And those are all reasons why. I've said it many a time. He reminds me of Fred. He gets around the pitch, he can win a tackle, then he loses the ball. You pass him the ball, he loses the ball. Look at all the top number 6s in every other top European team, how they play. Rodri, Camavinga, Hakimi, Gravenberch. I mean, who else have we got? Declan Rice, Kimmich. And that's just to name a few. Who plays for Barcelona as a whole? They all play with the ball. For me, the number one job of a 6 in modern football is to control the tempo of the game on the ball. And Agate can't do that. Well, and I'm not absolutely dishing him out because I don't think he's a crap player. But I'm talking about if you want to be back at the top, he ain't good enough. And my priorities in the summer would be a striker and 2 midfielders. Yes, 2 midfielders. And I know everyone will go mad because they're saying we need wing backs, we need 10s. We've got Bruno, Ahmad, Mount, Mainu. who can all play 10s. You know, we can get through with them lot. Ahmad, Bruno, Mount, Mainu are all good enough to play in the 10 for us for a season when we've got a whole of a midfield behind them. Wing backs, I do agree we probably need some wing backs. Delo does a job, work rate rise, but he ain't great on the ball. And Dorgu, yes, he's just come to us, but again, first half last night and the last probably 4 or 5 games Dorgu's played, he's looked really poor. Like, he's clearly a bit of an athlete who can get up and down the pitch, which we do need, but on the ball, he doesn't look good. And in the first half an hour of that game, the only player on that pitch who could actually take a touch of the ball and pass was Casemiro. Because the rest of our team are not good on the ball. Like, Mazwari's not great on the ball. Maguire isn't. Yoro isn't. Dorgu isn't. Garnacho, we know, isn't. Bruno is all right on the ball, but he's always looking for something crazy. He plays the crazy pass. Højlund, we know, went the greatest at hold-up play, even though he was all right at it last night. Lindelof is probably okay on the ball, but he's not, like, amazing. You know, but you get the point that I'm getting at, that first half an hour until we got the first couple of goals, that game could have been gone from us. If we play like that in the first half an hour against Spurs in the final, there'll be 1 or 2 goals up. We cannot keep giving the ball away like that. We just can't. But the great thing about this is, like I say, the quality of Bilbao wasn't there to take advantage of it. We've ended up putting them in the dustbin, finishing them off, and we're going to the final. The question is, can we beat Spurs? You tell me down in the comments at the bottom, if we do get Spurs in the final, what is your early score prediction? But yeah, back to Casemiro. The guy looks like he's got fitter. He looks lean. He looks a lot more composed, better on the ball. Like I say, he's the one staying on the pitch for 90 minutes, and it's Agate getting taken off now. Do I think he's the future of the club? Absolutely not. But I said it on FUTV last night. Casemiro's on 350 grand a week with a year to go. 6 months ago, everyone wanted him out the club. Nobody wanted him around. I can tell you right now, I would be keeping him. He's been involved in all the trophies we've won over the last 2 or 3 years. He's the only person in the midfield who can get a touch on the ball and pass it. He's clearly got a winning mentality. You could see him on the pitch last night, controlling that game from the middle, dictating what to do to everybody to go out and win it. He wanted the 4th goal to kill it off. He's telling people where to be. Absolute different class from Casemiro last night. Stepped up big time in our biggest game of the season. And that's all I've got to say about it, really. Tell me in the comments, would you keep Casemiro for his last year of his contract, or would you still get rid of him? For me, it's a keep. I think since Christmas to now, he has shown that he's come back, got his head sorted out, and he's back on it. Both in the Premier League and in the Europa League, he's been one of our better players. Maguire also is the same, isn't he? Like, the Maguire redemption arc is unbelievable. A couple of years ago, he was basically a laughingstock of the whole Premier League and all the fan base. And whether this system suits him, the 3 at the back, it probably does. Us playing a bit more defensive definitely suits him. And he's turned it round, been the model professional. He took all the criticism, all the flack. He just got his head down, worked hard, got back in the game, done well, and you cannot fault the guy. I mean, Jamal Maguire last night, taking someone on 3 times. It's unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, you just, from the winning header against Leon with 30 seconds to go or something, to taking someone on the wing and slinging the ball in the box for us to take the lead and watch Bilbao capitulate after that. It's just a great thing to watch, isn't it? Whether you like Maguire or not. But yeah, I'm going to leave the video there. I've been talking for 15 minutes. Casemiro is going to take us to victory in the Europa League final against Spurs. And let's hope we win the trophy and we can do all the things we all dream of in our head transfer-wise, because without it, it'll be a very, very different summer for Manchester United. Like, favourite, subscribe, and let's go beat Spurs in the final. Peace.